Why do so many people naturally command respect, while others are constantly overlooked, used, and treated like an option? It's not looks, it's not luck, in most of the time, it's not even talent, it's how they position themselves. There is one silent mistake that destroys your value, your presence, the way people treat you. Being too available, always replying instantly, always saying yes, always making exceptions, always being accessible. At first, this feels like your strength. It looks like your kindness. It looks like your dedication. It looks like your maturity. But over time, it creates the opposite effect. People begin to see you as guaranteed, predictable, easy to access. Anything that feels too easy eventually loses weight. That is an uncomfortable truth. The world rarely values what it feels it can access at any time. Epictetus understood this well. The person who cannot govern himself will eventually be governed by others. Think about your daily life. How many times have you interrupted something important because someone called you? How many times have you prioritized problems that were never yours to solve? How many times did you say yes simply to avoid discomfort? It may look like generosity, but often, it is just the inability to create boundaries. You don't want to disappoint people. You don't want to look cold. You don't want to be misunderstood. So you say yes, again, and again, until one day you realize your entire life is being organized around other people's priorities. That is the hidden cost of excessive availability. You lose authority over your own life. Seneca wrote, "He who belongs to everyone belongs little to himself." Let that sink in. Maybe your biggest issue is not lack of opportunity. Maybe it is lack of selectiveness. Too much access to your time. Too much access to your energy. Too much access to your attention. If anyone can reach you anytime, for any reason, with no boundaries, you are teaching the world that your time has no real weight. People learn how to treat you by observing what you tolerate. Every time you accept disrespect, you teach them. Every time you ignore your own standards, you teach them. Every time you say it is fine when it clearly isn't, you teach them. You are training people, and then feel surprised by the results. Want more respect? Stop negotiating your standards. This does not mean becoming arrogant. It does not mean treating people badly. It does not mean disappearing or playing mind games. It means something much simpler. Having standards. Not every message deserves an immediate response. Not every invitation deserves a yes. Not every emergency belongs to you. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. He ruled an empire, yet constantly reminded himself to protect his mind from unnecessary distractions. Today, the empire you must govern is different. Your schedule, your focus, your emotional energy. If you do not protect them, someone else will occupy that space. Always. Most people are not exhausted because they work too much. They are exhausted because they give attention to too many things that do not matter. Meaningless conversations, unreasonable demands, emotionally draining people, unbalanced relationships, and then they call it burnout. But often, it is simply a lack of boundaries. Boundaries create respect. A person who can say no sends a silent message, "My time matters." That message changes everything. Because respect is not built on how much you please others. It is built on how clearly you communicate what you accept and what you refuse. Insecure people try to be liked by everyone. Strong people understand this is impossible. Not everyone will like you. Not everyone will approve of your decisions. Not everyone will understand your limits. And it is perfectly fine. The need for universal approval is a prison. The more you need to be accepted, the easier you become to manipulate. All someone has to do is threaten to remove your approval, and you fold. Again, freedom begins when you stop negotiating your identity. When you realize, I do not need to explain everything. I do not need to be available all the time. I do not need to sacrifice my peace to look like a good person. This changes your presence, your work, your relationships, your posture. Because value is not about being inaccessible, it is about being intentional, present when it matters, absent when necessary, available by choice, not by emotional need. That is the difference. People who crave validation overextend themselves. People who know their worth choose more carefully where to invest their life. So ask yourself, are you controlling your time? Or is your time being handed out to anyone who asks for it? Starting today, observe yourself. Where are you being too permissive? Where are you tolerating more than you should? Where are you abandoning yourself to keep others comfortable? Start small. Say no once. Delay a response without guilt. Protect part of your day. Stop over-explaining obvious decisions. Small actions. Different standards. Different presence. Remember, whoever does not protect their own time teaches the world to waste it. Comment below. My time has value. Start acting like you actually believe it.